have used hundreds of tools for various functions in my agency's lifetime. Tools that range from free to paid and cover a variety of categories like design, lead generation, client acquisition, productivity, and more. In this video, I somehow compiled a list all the way down to 13 tools that I found to be the most effective but also budget friendly and have helped me take my agency to generating over $100,000 both for myself but also for my clients. Watch to the end because I didn't order these in the list from my favorite to least favorite. It's just simply a list of 13 tools that I really like. Be sure to like and subscribe if you go on to enjoy the video, but let's get right into it. So the number one, and I'm going to get this out of the way because I use it a lot on my channel. I've talked about it a lot within my channel's lifetime, but it's Instantly.ai. And the reason that I have it first and foremost, and if you haven't heard me talk about it as of yet, Instantly AI is an AI email sending platform where basically you can purchase and warm up email accounts to send cold emails from. This is super helpful for new agencies, but also established agencies that maybe want to start cold emailing within the same day. What Instantly used to be is you'd have to buy a domain through GoDaddy, you'd have to warm it up for 2 to 3 weeks, and then you'd have to wait for pretty much a whole month until you can start sending an email. Well, they actually just rolled out this new feature, I think it was Q2 or Q3 last year, where you can buy pre-warmed up accounts so that you could literally make a decision the night before, have a script ready, and then in the morning you could start sending emails. And I think that's pretty cool. I'm actually in the process of filming a cold email campaign video where I start a cold email campaign from scratch, and then you guys come along with me for throughout like a whole month of me sending over 600 emails a day. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. But Instantly.ai is by far the easiest way for both new and established agencies to get cold emailing right away and very effectively. As long as you have the right script, you have the right offer, you have the right targeting, Instantly AI can help you get there. Number two is TubeBuddy. Now, TubeBuddy has been a tool that's been around in the space for a very long time. Obviously, I make organic content on YouTube, but it also helps my agency find new clients. So if you're watching this video and you want to book a call with me, feel free to book a call. But TubeBuddy helps my YouTube account optimize for the YouTube search algorithm. So basically, I'll run through my YouTube video before I upload it, and it'll give me like a score based of 1 of 100, telling me how good the title is, or telling me what could be different within my thumbnail, giving me different keywords to search for that have a high volume but aren't as competitive so that my videos can rank and be evergreen content for months and years to come. TubeBuddy has helped some of my videos do very well, and my top performing video has over 30,000 views, which has brought in a ton of business for both my marketing agency but also my newsletter and other stuff like that. It's very cheap. I think I pay like $5 a month, and it's really easy if you want to make YouTube content to run through TubeBuddy. Make sure it's optimized, and it's just the last kind of check mark I have on my video making kind of like content strategy. Run it through TubeBuddy and make sure everything's optimized. If not, it gives you very easy tools to optimize your video. Then you schedule and publish and you're done. The third tool I have on this list is Card.co. Now, if you're in the market for a really nice website, but you don't have the funds to do so, or you just want to create a really slick looking landing page, but you're not the best designer, Card.co is for you. Card has helped me create landing pages for the products that I offer. It's helped me create little unique landing pages for some different advertising campaigns that I've run for some clients. Card.co is basically a landing page builder that has hundreds of templates that are really easy to plug and play and use from day one. They have accounts ranging from free to paid, but ultimately if you wanted to publish one with a custom domain, I believe that requires a premium account. But for $20 a month, you get a lot for your money. The landing page options just simply look really professional. You don't have to go pay an agency $10,000 to $15,000 to create a full website. You can just spend a couple hours in Card, make a really good looking website, and if you're running an ad campaign, you can funnel it back to this landing page, or you could create a landing page for your newsletter. You could create a digital product and then run traffic through that Card account. But really, there's no better tool to use if you have nowhere to go and you don't really know where to start as far as website creation and landing page creation and optimization go. Card.co really helped me get my digital products off the ground, and it can help you too. I have a bonus tool real quick, and it's not really a tool, it's more of a community, but it's a free community. Feel free to join my newsletter. When in marketing, it's free. You get a 16-page marketing cheat sheet and outreach templates as soon as you sign up. We're about to cross, 1,700 subscribers, which I think is pretty cool. But it's a weekly newsletter that I send out about marketing trends, different hacks, different tools you can use, different insight into the industry. But again, it's 100% free, and the link is in the description. Number 4 is Make.com. And if you're like me and you don't know how to code, and the idea of coding just like makes your brain want to explode, Make.com is for you. So Make.com really makes it easy to integrate thousands of different APIs or different like softwares, other tools to make an automation, basically a machine. So I know that sounds intimidating, but people have used Make to do cool things like maybe they fill out a lead form and then their information is added into the Google Sheet, and then that Google Sheet information is added into your newsletter, and then they're sent a newsletter automatically. Make.com can make different things like that possible with no code, and I think that's amazing. There are literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of opportunities to build really cool automations within Make.com. People actually have made software as a service products, SaaS companies on Make.com, and just funneled it down to a product. So they make that automation like a product, and they package it and sell sell it to you and they brand it and make it their own company, which I think is super, super cool. Make.com, I think, is kind of blazing the trail for no code software, and I really, really like that. So I plan on learning a lot more about Make.com, but I know that there's a lot of potential behind it. I have a couple automations that I've already created that are pretty cool, like going through a YouTube channel and optimizing a blog post for SEO. If you were to ask me to do that 5 years ago, I absolutely could not have, but I'm able to do so now with Make.com. Number 5 I have is Beehive. So I've talked about Beehive before on my channel, but Beehive is essentially a newsletter creation and management tool, a lot like ConvertKit, Substack, MailChimp, other email service providers like that. I just really like Beehive. It's my favorite. It allows you to start and grow a newsletter very quickly and monetize it very quickly. And I think that's the edge that it has over its competitors. Since I've picked up my newsletter again a couple months ago, my newsletter now generates me a couple $100 per month just off advertisements, referral sources, other companies and newsletters boosting my newsletter. So there are tons of videos on how to build a newsletter through Beehive, and it's actually a really underrated business model nowadays. I made a video a little while back talking about newsletters and how they're like kind of the new wave of client acquisition. I genuinely think that's true. There's a lot of people on Twitter talking about it. There's a lot of hype behind Beehive right now. So get in while you can. This is a paid source as well. They do have a 30-day free trial. Again, none of these tools are sponsored, but I use them all, so they deserve a shout out. Number 6 I have here is Apollo.io for lead generation. So I don't know if there's any better tool for finding leads than Apollo. Apollo basically has an entire database of leads that you can filter down for every criteria imaginable, whether it's management level, so like CEO, all the way down to, a marketing specialist or a marketing associate, from company industries to company size, the revenue that the company makes. There really is no better tool to kind of filter down your lead criteria than Apollo.io. And it's pretty cool because it doesn't cost that much in the grand scheme of things. I think it's $99 a month and you get, I can't remember, it's 5,000 to 10,000 leads per month where you verify the lead, you can find their phone number and call them directly. And for $99 a month, like let's say if you're doing 200, 300 like cold calls or cold emails a day, you're gonna make that money back in no time if your product and service is good. So Apollo was really helpful for me when I started my agency. And it was the number one way that I was able to find some cold clients that I would cold call, and then I would add them to my Instantly.ai email marketing campaign. So I would find the leads on Apollo, I'd upload them on Instantly, and so on and so forth. I think Apollo also has an email sending platform. I've never used it before. I still use Instantly, but you could definitely give it a try. I'm sure it's great. Number 7 I have here is SEMrush. Now this is a software that was first introduced to me back when I was an intern in like 2018, 2019. The company I was working for used SEMrush or SEMrush, you could say either way, for their SEO. And basically they would run all their mocked up blog posts through SEMrush. It would give it a score. It would give it in different areas for you to optimize like the SEO score. And it's just an amazing tool if you're trying to get better at search engine optimization. Whether you're using it for your own business or doing it for clients, if you want to get better at SEO, SEMrush is quite possibly the best SEO tool that there is out there. I've used other tools like Ahrefs. I wasn't a huge fan of. SEMrush just makes it so much easier for a beginner to go in there and kind of better understand what's going on. Now, don't get me wrong, SEO is very intimidating at the start, no matter what tool you use, but SEMrush makes it easy for you to do some keyword research, compare yourself to competitors. It gives you different strategies you can use for some of the keyword opportunities that are out there, some of the blog article ideas that are out there that you could start writing about. But SEMrush is really, really cool. And if you have the money to do so, I would learn about SEO and then I would buy SEMrush to kind of amplify your SEO efforts. Number 8 is Miro HQ, or better known as Miro Board. Now, I've made a few Miro Board videos on this channel so far, and the chances are if you're watching this video, you've probably seen a bunch of other gurus or marketing professionals make videos. And while they're making that video, you probably noticed that there's like a bunch of boxes and there's lines connecting it. And there's a big graph and there's all these cool like different illustrations and visuals. Chances are 9 out of 10, they're using Miro Board. It's basically just a strategy and visualization tool. So if you wanted to go in for a client and you wanted to do an audit for them, you could break down their entire email marketing system and make a really slick looking Miro board and then present it to the client. Or if you want to make content like I do on YouTube, you could create a Miro board based on, the best email marketing strategy or the best lead generation strategy and make a really cool illustration within Miro board and then just make a video breaking that board down. You can share the board with your friends or your clients, and there's editor access so you can go in and change stuff, but it's a really cool teamwork and like kind of visualization tool that I like to use. I'm a very visual learner, so Miro board has helped me kind of visualize the ideas that I have in my head onto an actual strategy deck. Number 9 is Figma. I use Figma for my email marketing design, and I don't think there's a better tool out there. I use a mix of Canva and Figma, but I've more so recently started to only use Figma just because it's a little more in depth. Canva's more for the beginner designer, which is great, and you can use Canva even if you're an expert, but Figma I just think makes it easier for you to design really slick looking emails. And then the cool thing about Figma is that you can slice your email into different sections so that your email is not taking up a bunch of space when you send it out. Like a big problem with email marketing is you can design a really awesome email, but if it's like over a megabyte, it takes a long time to load, and chances are different email service providers are going to flag that email because it's just simply simply too big of a file size. Figma allows you to slice your email into different parts. So like if you have a logo and then you have your above the fold main, H1 header and offer that you want to offer, you could slice those two. And then if you have like another thing down here and another thing and then socials, it just makes it really easy for email designers like me to go in there and design and slice it up and then upload it to whatever email service provider you're using. But Figma is not only for email marketing, it's for genuine design too. If you want to use it for advertising, social media posts, website content, you can really do whatever. With Figma, the world's kind of your oyster. So go in there and check it out. Number 10 is Full Story. So this is a newer tool that I've started using that basically breaks down where customers are going on your website and different actions that they're taking. So it gives your team and your client a better understanding of how your customers are engaging with your website, where they're going, what their actions are doing. For example, it could be your customer hovered over this button, or it didn't click this, or it did click this, or it had an accidental click on this part of the page. And there's really cool, I guess, AI behind it. It tells you where your customers are engaging. And I think that's a really intuitive thing that I think is going to become bigger in years to come. And it's definitely valuable now. So I would take advantage of it before it gets bigger and a lot of people utilize it, because I think the people that use Full Story have a huge leg up on the competition because they have a better understanding of what their customers are doing. At the end of the day, we all want to know what our customers are doing. We want to know where the opportunities are to get better. What parts of my landing page or my website can I design better so customers can actually click and not click? So definitely use Full Story if you want to learn a little bit more about the people that visit your website and how they're acting. Number 11 I have here is Notion. So for productivity, Notion is pretty much your one-stop shop. Notion's got a cool marketplace of different people that have built like Notion boards or Notion like templates that you can buy, but there's also free ones out there. You can make your own. So whether you're like working with a client or you have your own agency or business where you have like a team, you could assign different opportunities and tasks to different team members or clients. You can then update that template, add different content to it. You have to-do lists. There's just different things like that make productivity so much more effective. And it ultimately just keeps your team in check whenever there's like a big project coming up. If you haven't heard of Notion yet, you've been living under a rock. Go check it out. It will change the way that you do work. Only use it for ideation and kind of getting your brain going as far as, where you want to go with whatever you're trying to do. Number 12, I couldn't have a tools list these days without throwing in ChatGPT. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one because you know what ChatGPT is, but don't use it for copywriting. That'll be in the next one. Do not use ChatGPT for copywriting. I know that was kind of vague, but hear me out. Like if you're having brain fog, if it's like 7 a.m. in the morning and your coffee's not working yet, you want to create a blog post for your business. So let's keep it within the agency space. Ask ChatGPT, give me 20 really good blog article ideas that don't have high competition and have a very searchable, keyword in there. It just spits out 20 words. I mean, I'm explaining ChatGPT to you guys. You guys know exactly how to use it, but I needed to throw it in here because every single day ChatGPT helps me. If I wrote something, I'll throw it in there and say, hey, make this grammatically correct. Or if I'm having brain fog, I'll say, give me ideas on XYZ. But ChatGPT really has changed the way that AI works nowadays. And if you're not using it, you're at an extreme disadvantage. So start using ChatGPT. The last one I have here, number 13 for copywriting, and I use this for newsletter creation, Twitter content, YouTube scripts, is Undetectable AI. This tool will basically allow you to plug in AI generated content and then it'll spit out a more humanized version of it. The cool thing about ChatGPT is it'll give you a bunch of content, but unfortunately people can look at a blog article nowadays and see that it's written by ChatGPT very easily. Undetectable AI makes it possible for you to start writing with ChatGPT, plug in to Undetectable AI, and then it'll spit out a more human version of what you're trying to write. So if you want to use AI to write, it's possible. Just don't use ChatGPT. Use Undetectable AI for all your AI writing needs. That about wraps it up. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. If you did go on to enjoy this video, please click the like and subscribe. I've got a lot of cool videos in the pipeline for this year. I'm very excited about 2025. But yeah, again, thanks for watching to the end. If you did, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.